I'm going to teach class 5 for chapter 15, heading simple interest. So first of all, I want to tell you about what the simple interest means. Interest means ब्याज. You all have heard of this before. So as I'm going to read the chapters first. So that's the word by word is written here. Open your books, page number 93. So we'll start then. Okay. So it's writing here. Sometimes we do not have money and we need it urgently. In such circumstances, we have to borrow money from another person or a finance company or a bank or some other sources. When this money is returned to the financer, we are liable to pay some extra sum for having used the original sum borrowed. That extra sum is known as interest. So let me teach you in Hindi. कभी कभी सब ज़रूरत पड़ती है पैसों की, कभी कभी हमारे पास पैसे नहीं होते हैं, ज़रूरत पड़ जाती है पैसों के लिए. सो हम अपने दोस्तों से या कहीं बाहर बैंक से या कोई जो पैसे देते हैं ब्याज पर, उनसे हम पैसे ले लेते हैं अपना काम कंप्लीट करने के लिए. लेकिन जब हमको वो पैसे उनको देने होते हैं, सो दे आस्क फॉर इंटरेस्ट. इंटरेस्ट मीन्स ब्याज, थोड़ा पैसा बढ़ा करके उनको देना होता है. तो जो बढ़ा हुआ पैसा होता है दैट इज इंटरेस्ट, दैट इज ब्याज. ओके. सो हाउ डू वी नो दैट what is principal and what is the amount with interest is called. So the sum of the original money is called principal. जो पैसा हमने लिया था किसी से वो प्रिंसिपल कहलाता है, प्रिंसिपल मनी. ओके. एंड द अमाउंट विच वी गिव, मतलब जो हम पैसा उनको कुछ पैसे इंक्रीज करके जो ब्याज के साथ हम उनको पैसा देते हैं उसको हम अमाउंट कहते हैं. ओके. सो द फॉर्मूला फॉर अमाउंट इज, लेट मी राइट इट डाउन फॉर यू. The formula for amount is, yes, I have told that the amount means principal, the money which we have taken, मतलब जो पैसा हमने उनसे लिया था, plus ब्याज, that is interest, that is amount, you know as amount. Okay. So we denote amount as, हम amount को denote करते हैं A लिख करके. Principal को हम लिख सकते हैं P. Interest is, that is simple interest. Okay. Interest, simple interest is simple interest. Okay. You can write it down as I. Okay. Okay. Then let me tell you the formula for calculating simple interest. How do we calculate the simple interest of a amount? That is simple interest equals to principal plus time plus rate upon 100. So here the time means for how many days, years or month you have borrowed the money. आपने कितने दिन तक उस पैसे को सामने वाले से लिया था. So that may be in days or years or months as you have taken. Okay. So here rate means rate. जब हम किसी से पैसे लेते हैं तो उस पर एक रेट हम लोग डिसाइड करते हैं. दैट इज मे बी जो सामने वाला जितना इंटरेस्ट उस पर लेना चाहेगा, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिचुएशन, और जो हम उस पर एग्री करते हैं कि हम ठीक है, हम इतना आपको देने के लिए तैयार है. तो दैट डिपेंड्स हाउ मच हम उनको देंगे, हाउ मच उनको करेंगे. सो वी कैन डिनोट इट एज आर, वी कैन डिनोट टाइम एज टी. ओके. सो वी डू द शॉर्ट ऑफ द फॉर्मूला. We can write it as simple interest, that is SI equals to P means principal, R means rate, T means time upon 100 to calculate simple interest. This is the formula. Note it down in your notebook. Pause the video. Okay. So now I am going to start the exercise 15.1. So open your notebook on page number 95. We are starting with the complete the following table. It's here. You can see it's here on the book. So I part is, we have principal of rupees 600. The rate is not given. Time is for 2 years. Amount is not given, and we have simple interest here. Okay, we know the interest part, we know the time part, we know the principal part. So the formula was SI equals to P into R into T upon 100. So we write it down as we have got this one. So we are writing simple interest is 30 rupees equals to principal amount was 600. Rate is not given, so we are writing it as it is, and the time of 2 years upon 100. Okay, so we have to find rate here. Okay, so we can write it down. Amount is 600 plus 30. We have noted the A equals to P plus SI or interest. That is there. So that will be 600 plus 30. So we got 630 as amount. We have got 630 as amount. So we can write it here. Okay. So let me find rate for this equation. So 100 is here. You can cut 2 zeros here, 2 zeros here. So we can write it down as 6 into 2 is 6 into 2 is 12. So we have 12 into R. Okay. So we are writing it here. 12 into R, we are converting here. Okay. So 30. Then R will be 30 by 12. R will be 30 by 12. Okay. So let me go further with this one, or let me do it here. That will be 30 by 12. Okay, let me figure it down. We have got 30 by 12 as R. R means rate. So we'll divide this one. 30 divided by 12. That will be 12 2s are 24. We have 6. We are adding it as decimal. So we get 60. Then 12 5s are 60. So the rate was 2.5%. The rate was 2.5%. So I want you all to complete the chart with the help of this formula. Okay. So let me do the question number 2. So I'm doing question number 2. After that we will do the other questions. The question is, find the interest on 1200 for 4 years at the rate of 6.1/2%. So let me do the question. Okay. Okay everyone. Now I'm started doing the question number 2. The question was, find the interest on 1200 rupees for 4 years at the rate of 6:1/2%. So let me write the procedure. We have got the principal here of rupees 1200, rate of 6:1/2%, and time is of 4 years. We have all got all the 3 things. So it's very simple, we can do. Okay, so let's start with the formula. The formula is, you know, simple interest equals to P into R into T by 100. So let's put the question. So 1200 multiplied by 6:1/2 multiplied by 4 upon 100. So let's do this one. After that we will do this one. That is 1200 into 6 2s are 12 plus 1, 13 by 2 multiplied by 4 upon 100. So the 0 is from here, 0 goes from here. Okay. And after that 2, we write it, cut it by 2. So we got 12 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 2. 12 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 2. So after this we multiply the things. So it is 12 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 2. So we multiplied by 12 multiplied by 13. 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. Then cut here. 1 2s are 2, 1 1s are 1. So it's 6 5 1. We got 156 and then multiplied by 2. So we multiplied by 2. 2 6 are 12, carry 1. 2 5 are 10 plus 1 is 11, carry 1. 2 1s are 2 and 1, 3. We have got the simple interest of 312. Okay, the interest is 312 rupees. You all know? So to know more, pause the video and then find the solution here. So after that, we'll do the question number 3. Here this is a different question. Okay, let me erase it. So I'm going to start question number 3. The question is, Nisha took a loan of 25,000 from a bank for 6 years at the rate of 5% per annum. P dot E means per annum, मतलब हर साल के लिए. What amount she has to pay after 6 years? So all the things are here. We have to put the formula, put the values there, and then we'll get the answer. So the formula was simple interest equals to principal into rate into time upon 100. So put the inputs here. Principal was 25,000. Rate was 5% multiplied by 6 years, and then 100. 2 zeros from here cut, 2 zeros from here cut. So we'll get 250 in multiplied by 5 multiplied by 6. So let's multiply this number. 6 5s are 30. So 250 multiplied by 30. If you are going to multiply these numbers, we'll get the question. So 0 0 means double 0 here. Then 3 5s are 15. We write here, carry 1. 3 2s are 6 and 1 7. The interest he has to pay is 7,500 rupees. So it is asking what amounts he has to pay after 6 years. So we are going to write the answer of amount, not the interest part. We write the amount. So the formula for amount was amount equals to principal plus interest. So principal is 25,000, interest is 7,500. So add it down. 0 0 then 5, 7 plus 5 is 12, then carry 1, then 3. The amount he has to pay is rupees 32,500. Okay. So the fourth question is, Nikhil borrowed 10,000 from his friend and paid 3,200 as interest after 4 years. Find the rate of the interest. It is just as the same we have done in the chart one. We have to find the rate. And then question number 5, Ramlal borrowed 6,000 from the landlord Rajendra Babu to purchase a cow. He paid rupees 7,800 back to Rajendra Babu. He borrowed 6,000 from the landlord Rajendra Babu to purchase a cow, and he paid 7,800 back to Rajendra Babu. That means this amount 7,800 is amount and 6,000 is principal amount. So he is asking that if the rate of interest was 10% per annum, find after how much time the debt was cleared. So how many times does the Ramlal to pay the amount to Rajendra Babu? Okay, we have to find time with the same formula, with the same process. The question number 6. Raman kept a certain principal in a bank for 10 years and received 300 as interest. Raman has kept some principal amount in a bank. उसने कुछ पैसे बैंक में रखे थे और 10 साल के बाद उसको 300 रुपए इंटरेस्ट मिला, 300 रुपए ब्याज मिला. Rahman kept the same principal for 7 years. Another person, Rahman, has kept the same amount as a principal in bank for 7 years. If the rate of interest was 3%, रहमान के लिए अगर 3% रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट था तो फॉर बोथ दोनों लोगों के लिए, रहमान एंड रहमान दोनों लोगों के अगर 3% था तो व्हाट अमाउंट, फाइंड द अमाउंट रिसीव्ड बाय रहमान आफ्टर 7 ईयर. रहमान को क्या मिलेगा आफ्टर 7 ईयर? सो वी हैव टू फाइंड द अमाउंट रिसीव्ड बाय रहमान आफ्टर 7 ईयर. ओके, सो एवन आई एम गोइंग टू सॉल्व क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. द रहमान kept a certain principal in a bank for 10 years and received 300 as interest. Rahman kept the same principal amount for 7 years. if the rate of interest was 3% for both, they both have got the rate of interest for 3%. So what was the amount received by Rahman after 7 years? So first of all, we have to write the things which we have got in question. So the Rahman part, principal is unknown, rate is 3% because the 3% was for both the party, and it got interest of rupees 300. Okay, and the time he took was 10 years. Okay, this is the question, this is the equation. So first of all, we have to find principal because it is for both of them. Rahman and Rahman both have invested the same amount. So let me find the formula. Simple interest equals to principal into rate into time by 100. This is the formula. So we have just to put the values in its part. So simple interest is 300 equals to principal is not known, so we write that it is. Rate was 3%, time taken was 10, and then 100. Okay. So there is 1 0 cut, 1 0 cut, that means it's 1. And after that we have the equation here. That is, we have 3 into principal upon 10. Okay. So let's clean it up and then solve the process. So the next part is 300 equals to 3 into principal upon 10. So let's reverse it down. Okay, that will be 3 into principal upon 10 equals to 300. After that, 3 multiplied by principal equals to 300 into 10, because if it goes the denominator from the opposite equal side, it goes to the other equal side, so that will be multiplied. If it was dividing here, that will be multiplied here. So we'll do the next one. 300 into 10 was 3000, and then we have to transfer the principal amount here. So principal equals to 3000. See, the number was multiplying here, so if it goes to other equal side, it will be dividing it. So we write 3 here. So 3 and 3000 is 1000. So the principal was 1000 rupees for Raman and Rahman both. So this is not the answer, this is just the principal amount which Rahman also kept in the bank for 7 years. So we'll do the next part of the question. So now we have to find the simple interest for Rahman. So now Rahman. Okay. We have got the principal of amount rupees 1000. Rate of interest is 3%. Time taken 7 years. So if we find the simple interest, that will be 1000 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 upon 100. Just put the value in the formula. So double zero cut from here, double zero cut from here. So that is 10 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. So multiply 3 7s are 21. 21 into 10 is 210. The interest part for Rahman is 210. So it is asking that what amount will the Rahman receive after 7 years. So we have to find the amount. Amount is principal plus interest. So that is, principal is 1000 plus interest is 210. So that is 1210. Okay, this is the answer. So the question number 7 is asking, calculate the interest on 1000 in 5 years if the interest is 300 in 6 years at the same rate. So we have got the interest for 6 years. So first of all, we have to find the rate of interest. Okay, rate of interest for 6 years, and after that we will put the same rate of interest for 5 years to get the same rate. Okay, for the same 5 years. Okay, what interest will be given in the 5 years. So then question number 8, if the simple interest for 8 years on a certain sum is 96, any interest for 8 years is rupees 96. Find the simple interest for 6 years on the same sum at the same rate. So the question is the same as we have done this one. So question number 9, calculate the time in which 5,000 will amount to 5,500 at 5%. So we have principal, we have amount, we have rate of interest. So we put the formula, we'll do the process. Okay. Question number 10. Sohan borrowed 2,500 from Seema at 5%, simple interest for 4 years, and lent this money to Anuj at 6% for 4 years. Calculate the profit earned by Sohan at the end of 4 years. So let's solve question number 10 because it's different. So this is the last question of the exercise 15.1. Sohan borrowed 2,500 from Seema at 5% interest for 4 years. Sohan has borrowed 2,500 from Seema at 5% per annum, simple interest for 4 years. So let's find the interest part from Sohan. We had borrowed. Sohan. Simple interest is P into R into T by 100. Let's put the inputs there. 2,500 multiplied by 5% multiplied by 4 year upon 100. The zeros will be cut, and after that 25 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4. 5 4s are 20, and 25 multiplied by 20 will be 500. Okay. And after that we will find the amount for Anuj. The interest part of Anuj. We will lend this money to Anuj at 6% for 4 years. Okay, so the same was this one. The formula will put the formula for P into R into T upon 100. That will be Anuj's part, simple interest. Okay, so let's put the inputs. The amount was same because it given to another one. The rate of interest is 6. The time was same. Sum upon 100. So double zero form here. So 25 into 6 into 4. 6 4s are 24. So that 25 multiplied by 24, that will be getting multiplied. Okay, so let's do the multiply. 25, 24 multiplied 4 by the 20 is 0. Carry 2, 4 2s are 8 plus 2, 10. 2 5s are 10. Carry 1, 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5. So that is 600. 600. So calculate the profit earned by Sohan at the end of 4 years. So how much did this Sohan earn from the same amount? So we know that the Sohan has given the amount to Anuj and got 600 as a return, and he has to pay 500 to Seema because he has lent the amount from Seema. So the total benefit was 100 rupees. So note it down in your notebook that Sohan has earned a profit of rupees 600 minus 500 equals to 100 rupees. So this is your answer. Okay. Thank you everyone. Now complete all these equations in your notebook. Okay. We will teach you